Muslims Against the Crusades is the controversial group proposing that 2 towns in Yorkshire and 1 in East London be turned into states ruled only by Islamic law, entirely outside British common law. Even a Muslim imam says any plans to enforce Sharia law in the UK are completely ridiculous.
The idea of bringing Sharia here, it's total non-starter. It's nothing but a publicity stunt. Most Muslims, the vast bulk of law-abiding, productive citizens in this country, do not wish to have Sharia law here. If we wanted Sharia law, we would go to a country that practices Sharia law.
And Christian leaders here in Bradford, one of the towns affected by the proposal, are deeply disturbed by the plan. The Dean of Bradford Cathedral, David Ison, told CBN News.
What worries me about it is that it frightens people in the country, because although it's a very small group, very extreme group, they try and get as much publicity for their cause as they can. And it worries people, the idea that somehow that we're all going to be subject to Sharia law, even though it's never going to happen.
Terry Quinn is on a mission to relaunch Smith Wigglesworth's Boland Street mission in this Islamic area of Bradford.
Well, I'm concerned with any extremist group because at the Wigglesworth Centre it goes against everything we are doing, building fantastic relationship with the Muslim people. Our landlord is a Muslim, and many Muslims in this area are welcoming everything we are doing at this Wigglesworth Centre. So the extremist group and their opinions don't represent what the Muslims in Bradford really believe.
And Government Councillor for Bradford, Ian Greenwood, also believes these proposals don't represent the wishes of the Muslim population there.
Clearly they do not speak for the vast majority of Muslims. They certainly don't speak for the vast majority of people, and we have to treat them with the contempt really that they deserve.
Christians are fighting the proposal, saying Islamic law isn't compatible with Britain's Christian heritage and values. Last month, Baroness Caroline Cox introduced a bill into the House of Lords to protect Muslim women from abuses under Sharia law.
In Britain, we have a country where many people have died to protect the democratic freedoms enshrined in our laws and in our culture. And we now have allowed an alternative, quasi-legal system to develop in our land, which is fundamentally incompatible with those democratic freedoms, and where many citizens, especially women, are suffering as a result.
The Christian Institute is fully behind this campaign, and the head of communications, Mike Judge, says this latest announcement is proof that Islamists are seeking to impose their extremist views on British society.
There are some British Muslims who want to impose Sharia law on their communities, and that's precisely why we're backing Lady Cox's bill in the House of Lords. Her bill will stop Sharia law taking root as a parallel legal system, and it's going to ensure that there is equality before the law, particularly for vulnerable Muslim women.
Though this proposal may seem unlikely, Christians say it's important to stand against the increasing Islamic influence in their nation. Peter Wooding for CBN News, Bradford, England.